Only about 20% of you will watch this video all the way to the end. Think about that. In just a few minutes, most of you will be gone. Our attention span are shorter than ever. You will be pulled away by another notification, a fresh piece of content, or some shiny new dopamine hit. If we have a couple of free minutes in between classes, we all go in our phones. If we are eating something, we all use our phones. If we have a minute before meeting someone, we use the phone. In this time, even if we have just a minute or 2 minutes between sets at the gym, we end up on our phones. We become hardwired to fill every minute with our screens, and more often than not, we don't even realize we are doing it and how much time we are using. And no, I don't blame you. I get it. Your brain, my brain, in fact, everyone's brain is in the same midst of massive rewiring, something we have never seen before in human history, and half of us already suffer from brain rot. Oh, you said, what's brain rot? Brain rot is what happens when you get so used to consistent distraction from your phones or social media that your brain starts to struggle with focusing on anything for too long. It is like we have trained ourselves to crave quick hit of information or entertainment, whatever it is, scrolling through TikTok, checking Instagram, or playing games in the background while we are doing something else. Over time, it feels harder to sit down and focus on something important because we are so used to that consistent stimulation. It is like our brains forget how to just be still and focus without needing that later rush and switching apps and videos in just a few seconds. It's pretty wild how social media knows how to keep us hooked. When you watch that one short video, the algorithm isn't just guessing it, it is studying you. It knows what makes you pause, what gets you a reaction, even what you rewatch or share. So what happens next? You serve that more with the same content, whatever keeps you engaged and coming back for more. And here is the kicker, it doesn't care about your well-being. The goal isn't for you to learn and grow. The goal is to keep you scrolling, swiping, and watching, even if it means draining your focus and time. That's why, once you started, it feels almost impossible to stop. You are not just choosing what to watch anymore. The app is shaping your choices, pushing content in your face that makes you stay longer, feel more connected, or feel the need for that instant gratification. Before you know it, you have spent hours scrolling, and you have barely even noticed how quickly time has flown. It is like they are using a little psychological track to hijack your brain, making it curve to the next dopamine hit. So when you are caught up in that cycle, it's easy to feel like you can't focus on anything else because social media has rewired your brain to consistently need that instant stimulation. Breaking free from that brain rot cycle starts with what I called an algorithm detox. You have got to take control and retain the algorithm to show you stuff that actually enriches your mind instead of feeding it empty content. Think of it as you're feeding your brain with nourishment instead of junk food. So the next time you see something shallow or mindless, take action, hit that non-trust button, or just scroll past as quickly as possible to avoid giving the algorithm any clues that you like that. The trick here isn't just about avoiding bad content, it is about actively seeking out the good stuff. When you find something educational or valuable, show it some love, like the video, leave a thoughtful comment. Why? Because this tells the algorithm, hey, I want more of this. Honestly, for me, it works really well. We don't always want to watch educational content as much as we want entertainment. So when your Instagram or TikTok feed is full of educational content, you might end up stop scrolling because you get tired of taking so much information. Plus, educational content gives you valuable insights that often requires you to take action. And when this happens, you realize you need to use your time more wisely. You will be more aware of how much time you're spending and feel the urge to do more instead of just watching. It is like a wake-up call. Suddenly, you find yourself thinking, I could be doing something productive with this time. You're gonna start questioning how much of your days is slipping away without you realizing it. That awareness can push you to take action. You start shaping your feed to give you what you need to grow and take control of your time. Consuming intentionally high-quality content trains your brain to thrive, while mindless scrolling makes your brain an easy target for brain rot. All the time, follow those who can help you to reach your goals and also those who can inspire you. Never forget, you are what you are consuming, not just in food, but in media as well. What you feed your mind shapes how you think, how you feel, even how you act. If you're consistently filling your feed with shallow, mindless content, it is easy to lose focus and waste time without realizing it. But when you start consuming educational, meaningful content, your brain gets nourished and you will find yourself more aware of your time and your growth. But for the long term, you might find yourself it's not working. So that is why you need to take the second step, and that is set time limits. Use app timers or your phone's built-in screen time feature to limit how long you have spent time on social media. You need to know how many hours you are spending in order to cut it off gradually. Let me tell you something important. If you won't measure it, you can't manage it. In order to limit your screen time, you have to know how much you are using your phone each day. But most of the time, setting time limits is also not enough, and at that time, you need to create boundaries. A lot of us have gotten into the habit of taking our phones everywhere, even to places where we really shouldn't. For example, having your phone with you while you're taking a shower. It shows you can't be alone with yourself for even a few minutes. Next time, try to not take your phone to the toilet, during meals, in bed, or while hanging out with your friends or family. These moments are opportunities to stay present and connected with people around you. Creating those no phone zones helps you to build a better habits and give you space to really enjoy your moment without distractions. Plus, it allows you to reconnect with yourself and others in more meaningful way. The next thing that you need to do is to turn off all of your notifications. The time that I turned all of my notifications, it was the best time of my life because I realized there's no distractions anymore coming. And after a few days, I realized how happy I am because I turned all of my notifications and there's nothing that can interrupt my focus. Turning notifications is gonna help you to reclaim your life in more meaningful way. By eliminating these constant pull of notifications, you can reduce mental clutter that comes with always wondering what is popping up next. When you stop responding to every notification, you are gonna be able to give your full attention to the task that you have on your hand, whether it's studying, working, or even having a conversation with someone that you have at that moment. And once you turn off all of your notification, your focus becomes sharper and deeper. These results improve productivity, less stress, and also you're going to be satisfied at the end of the day because you did something. Turning off notification can also have a huge impact on your mental health. You no longer have to deal with the anxiety of checking your phone every minute to see if you missed something important. You can leave without feeling FOMO, the fear of missing out, because you created boundaries that allow you to engage with the content of your own terms, not because a notification is demanding your attention. In fact, it helps you to become more mindful and intentional about your time. You can be more present in conversations, relationships, and experience because you're not consistently interrupted by digital world. And when you're not stressed out about keeping up with the constant stream of notification, you create a space for mental clarity and can lead you to improve decisions making and even better sleep. In long term, not having your phones with yourself can help you to have a balanced and fulfilling life where you are the one in control, not your phone. Use all of these tips and be aware of what you are consuming and how you're spending your time. Have a nice rest of the day. Until next video, bye bye.